A little DIY, a little DID. I did
Come,
that.
come through, Chip and Joe. Come through.
Welcome to the Allegedly podcast with at Katie.Hen and at Dakota Etheridge.
Hi.
Hey, yo.
How's it going?
I feel blessed. How are you?
I feel like you're always feeling blessed, so I'm doing well. I feel like it's been a minute since we've done kind of just, you know how I love a good spot check. So we haven't really done one in a while, so just wanted to check in, see how things are going for you. How's the wife and kids?
Yeah, and I guess spoiler alert, Katie and I don't record, even though people like hear us every week scheduled out. We don't record every week. So it's just nice to hear your voice, Katie
It's
girl.
really good to hear your voice saying my name. It sounds so sweet, as Hinder and the lips of the angel would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess everything's been interesting for
I know. I
me.
feel like you've
Lots have
you've
changed.
kind of dangled a few carrots to me, but I have no idea what's going on in your life.
Right. So to be honest, me either.
Okay, copy.
So I guess to sprint through the Spark Notes, we know we aren't employed, which is a great thing, positive thing. We traded our Jeep for a cargo van. Amazing. Love it. And then we recently took that van to go to some builders to get that done. That was like a month ago,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, so it has been a minute. And guess what? They haven't done anything.
Oh, so
So
that's good.
so baby girl went and got her van back, and I think I mean it's not I think I'm pretty much gonna build it myself now.
Oh, a little Bob the Builder moment.
A little DIY, a little DID. I did
Come,
that.
come through, Chip and Joe. Come through.
I know, isn't that
Yeah,
crazy?
that's wait, so I'm confused. They just were like, "Oh yeah, like thanks for the money. We're not going to do what you asked us to do."
So thankfully, we're both businesswomen
Mhm.
here. Like I'm not give that's where we hit the crossroad is when they asked for money. And I was like, well, hold the phone here. Like what's going on? Like we don't even have like I mean basically like I constructed all of the designs. Like everything up leading up to the build was only constructed by me, but then there was just too many gaps of like them understanding my wants and needs, and like they're just it wasn't translating for some reason. And it's been like a anyone that has like been in the loop like for each checkpoint with them, it hasn't been a good experience. Like I put on a front, I'm just trying to like play it cool, like this I'm like going through like the best thing in my life, but I'm having like a really bad experience with this party, I guess,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess I just kind of took matters into my own hands.
Oh,
And I think whenever I originally like this isn't just like a spur of the moment like hey I'm gonna live in a car kind of thing. It's been something like I've planned for like over a year now, and I've always played around with the idea of me doing it, but I think like having someone build it was going to be a luxury. And then while someone was building it, I was supposed to be in Hawaii just kind of drinking some mai tais and mimosas and things like that, and then I was going to come back and just get in the van and go. So like
right.
this was going to be kind of like a better experience even just for me. And so since everything's changed, I don't necessarily need that luxury,
Right.
you know?
So you are going to be building this all yourself. Do you know, are you like aware of how to do plumbing? Are you getting like plumbing for dummies books? Like, where are we at in learning how to Bob the Build?
So I actually I feel like I know a lot, but I feel like you can't say you know a lot without actually doing something, you
Gotcha.
know?
So have you done
So
anything?
like well, I don't have experience doing something
Right.
like this, but I also like if I didn't want to plumb it myself, I can like I plan on if there's anything that seems to be like way too challenging, like the electrical or plumbing, that's probably going to be something that's contracted out.
Totally.
But the way that I kind of see this now, especially while I have so many people available to like travel with me right now, even though it's just a metal box, like I think I kind of want it to be like a phased out type thing while still getting mini vacays in at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay.
So like basically what I'm going to try to do as of right now is just work on some like insulation a little bit and then just get like a flooring kind of vibe
Okay.
down. Throw this in there, my little IKEA rug and hit the mountains. But like I already have like these battery banks that are coming, like a like mini fridge cooler, all the stuff that I was already going to get. I'm just like speeding up the process and getting it now to where like I can have like a fan in there, a fridge, like charge my electronics, things like that. Even though it won't aesthetically look like a house like all the van life photos do just at that moment, like I'm still getting the like pleasure of vacationing, doing little like weekend trips, things
Right,
like
right,
that.
right. So, but right now it's more like hobo chic vibe.
Uh I mean, I'm gonna do. I like envision the job I'm gonna try to do is gonna still be the quality that I wanted from
Well,
them.
no,
You
I
know?
understand that. What I'm saying is current state is hobo chic.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
Do you
You
have a mattress in there? Like, what is this situation?
right now it's got nothing in it.
Gotcha.
Like it's my van parked outside with a ton of stuff that I've gotten from Home Depot, like in preparation for
Got
it. So
it.
like I have all my tools. I have like the insulation that I'm gonna put down, things like that. Like,
Okay.
isn't that
Yeah, that's
crazy?
wild. So when is what are we calling this? Vangate 2020?
It really is. Like I was pissed.
Yeah, I bet. So when are you
But it
gonna start creating?
like
Yeah.
start building. I mean, I've already done a little tweaks, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I'm just like, I'm doing things to seal up some like places that it's just drilled into just to ensure that there's not any water going in there, like things like that.
Totally.
And then also just like I mean, this is all something that's happened in the last couple of days. So like I've started to get equipment and material and do little minor things like that, but I'm also kind of like ensuring that I'm not rushing so fast now that like I'm in charge of this. I'm the project manager of my own project. I'm doing something like I need a plan, you know.
Totally.
I just previously had like designs and all the equipment and stuff selected, but now that I'm in like actually the process of undergoing this whole project myself, like I need to make sure I'm doing it step by step.
Totally. 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 Well,
But I'm just focused right now on getting it as livable as possible just to go in like a week or two out to somewhere like Aspen for 2 or 3 days.
okay.
You know?
Gotcha. Well, honestly, best of luck.
Yeah. So like when you asked whenever you asked like, oh, you had a busy day, I was like, I've been to Home Depot twice. I've just like been in a hot van for like the majority of the day.
Oh my god.
So yeah, it's been
Yeah,
interesting.
that's honestly that's wild.
It's wild, but like I feel energized with like I have something to do, you know? Like I've been keeping myself extremely busy, but now like I get to like pour in something that is rewarding me kind of immediately, you know?
Totally. You have like a purpose, you know? Like
Yeah.
and you'll feel a sense of pride whenever it's done, you know, instead of
Mm-hmm.
just
100%
paying for
agree.
it.
And like living in a van doesn't cost that much like to survive, I would say, versus like paying
Right.
rent and doing all those things. So if I'm not contracting this out, like for all I know, I could prolong my experience for a year or 6 months or however that
Yeah,
looks, you know,
totally.
which is a big plus.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
That's
cheers, right?
that's I mean, not ideal, but it could be good for your retirement.
Oh, 100% agree. You know, we got to stay busy, keep the
We
mind
love
sharp.
that for you.
Instead of doing puzzles in my retirement, like I'm gonna build a van that I'm
That's amazing.
I'm building my own house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I might need your help with some of that though. Like I might need you to help me find a name for it
Oh,
as a personality, you know?
okay. I'll take that to the drawing board.
Yeah, just know that names that I'm fond of right now, just because I've rewatched The Matrix, are Neo and Morpheus, but the van's also non-binary, so like I don't want it to be too aggressive one
Got it.
way.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
That copy
Copy
that.
that. Copy Roger.
So what's up with you, sis?
I've just been working like crazy hours. I'm a workhorse. I sometimes am at work at 5:30 in the morning. I'm there and then leave, come back, and then I'm there that night until 8, sometimes 9 p.m. So my life's just, really exciting.
I mean, a lot of people aren't working, but I guess since you're in the blessed group of being like essential workforce, those people are getting hammered
Totally.
harder than anyone,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
while I feel very, very blessed to be an essential worker, it's hard to be an essential worker. Like she is tired. No, but I do feel very fortunate that my company is incredibly busy right now. But in my spare time, I've been trying to just honestly kick back, not do much. When it's my weekend, I'm taking a lot of naps.
Well, when you say you were working hard, I didn't know if you were talking about like your place of employment or working hard on that tan,
Oh,
girl.
I am so tan. She's a bronze beauty right now.
I'm feeling tan myself. It's kind of starting to turn into a little farmer's
Oh,
tan, but
yeah, no, I'm just like tan all around, which is nice. I feel better when I'm tan, so been getting my tan on the weekends, got her Botox done, she got her lips filled, she got her eyelashes done. Like my revenge body is on its way for when quarantine is up for the entire country. Getting my hair done this weekend. Like I'm talking through this and I'm like, my life is just really not that exciting because I've been working a lot. But the one thing that actually has happened in as recent as like the last 2 weeks, Arizona has opened up. So yesterday all the gyms opened up.
oh
Yep.
wow.
And then last week restaurants opened. Like everyone's kind of getting back to normal, which is interesting. It was my cousin's birthday last week, so we went out to dinner for her birthday and then I took her to lunch too. So I've been to 2 restaurants. Crazy experience.
So wait, for someone who is still like kind of in lockdown or at stay at
Yeah.
home, what's the vibe? Like what do you do?
I mean, like,
Is it like weird? Is there like do we have plastic glass panels around our tables now at restaurants?
no, at least not the ones I've been to. However, they do like for booths, they'll mark off like every other booth they can't seat people at. So it's very much socially
Mm,
distanced. Actually like I think the restaurants, at least the 2 that I have been to, did a great job at like making sure that it is still quote unquote safe. So
right.
like one of the restaurants has paper menus that you can either take with you or they just throw it away when you leave, which is a huge waste. But then the other restaurant has QR codes at the table that you scan, and then it takes you to their online menu.
Love
Yeah.
that.
And then, all the servers are wearing masks and gloves. So, very, I feel like, cautious, which is nice. But it was great to kind of like get out, sit at a restaurant, tell someone what I wanted to drink, have it brought to me.
Have them make it.
Yeah, have it brought to me, like all the works. So, I haven't,
Yeah, that is
yeah.
weird. I haven't even thought about that. Like just experiencing service
Yeah,
again.
it's like super nice to be waited on. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, but it's kind of interesting. It'll be in, I guess, probably about a week and a half or within the next 2 weeks. It'll be interesting to see if Arizona spikes again in cases. Just with people kind of going out.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, at the restaurants, people aren't, unless you're working, people aren't wearing masks. But yeah, I haven't gone to the gym yet. I have to get a new membership since I moved. So I'm going to do that this week. But
I'm curious to see how that
yeah,
goes
that'll be
down.
interesting. And then my girl who does my lip and Botox injections, she was very safe. My hairstylist is wearing a mask. So we're clean. We're good to
Shout out.
go.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, it seems like everyone has an opinion or it seems like it's aggressive one way
Yeah.
or the other, but like, I don't know what else we're supposed to do other than like like that's the point. We need to see if it
Yeah,
does spike. So there's no shame in kind of opening it up a little bit and seeing what happens, because otherwise, like, what's the plan here
totally. I
now?
feel like it's kind of at this point, it's like you just got to send it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I'm saying. Like, I think, to be honest, I don't know if you saw like the Barstool Sports president. He said it's just kind of like they were so big on marketing, flatten the curve, flatten the curve, flatten the curve. Okay, like shout out for us, we flattened that curve, but now what?
like that curve
Like
is flat. Like, let's go do some things.
that curve was on flat flat. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I think now they don't have a new like marketing agent for keeping everyone kind of at
Yeah,
home or like away from their normal routines, or also their job and their like
totally.
well-being or their livelihood, I guess. But until we have like a cure or something, which I don't know, that doesn't seem to be happening
Yeah,
anytime
that's
soon.
a far ways out. And I mean, people, like, obviously we want to be safe, we want everyone to be healthy. I think, like, if you're in a group or are in close proximity with someone who is like high risk, like, I was just watching the news later tonight, and or I mean earlier tonight, and I think it was now saying people who are like maybe 65 or 70 and up, like, those people should definitely be staying in and home. But anyone who's like, I think it was 50s basically and younger, like, unless you have some, like, obviously illness or immune disease, like, you should you like you're probably fine. But
Right.
then again, I mean, you should still be safe. It's not like I'm gonna go spring break in Daytona Beach anytime soon, but I think
Yeah, totally agree. I think the problem is too is like I think what like the politics or the news, however they like want to communicate it, a lot of them are just like government shouldn't be making these decisions and the scientists and doctors should. Well, no doctor is going to say, I don't think the majority of doctors are going to say let it rip, you know, because it's like they're supposed to always say things that keep people safe or
totally.
keep them in the best conditions of like not having any sort of health concerns, you
Yeah.
know? So like okay, staying at home is the best thing for the doctor that like the doctor would recommend. So now I don't know. We can't stay at home and
Yeah,
forever.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think everyone just needs to kind of be smart and responsible and safe with it. And if you're not necessarily in a high risk group, just make sure you're still taking all the steps, washing your hands, wearing a mask, like when you go grocery shopping and stuff like that.
And sipping elderberry.
Yeah, totally. Just, be safe, be smart. But I don't know. That's really my big life update, is that my state is opening back up. So maybe I'll start having more exciting updates.
Yeah. I think the thing though is like I mean no one's really got that much excitement within the bounds of wherever they live, but like you're living it up, I would say, in those four
Honestly,
corners. I feel like you're always at the pool, always jamming, relaxing,
oh,
and
I
sipping.
absolutely cannot complain. I think my little self isolation for my weekends has been pretty fantastic. I'm very lucky. I know a lot of people aren't lucky. So, yeah, life's been good. Life's been chill, busy on the weekdays, and pretty relaxed on the weekends.
Love it. Love it. Well, thanks for the
Yeah,
update,
no
sis.
problem. I'm always here, happy to update when I actually have a life update. All right. Well, I think this was, just a little cutesy, fun update for you guys. Dak, I wish you the best in building your van. And if you get an HGTV show, maybe just promote the pod or something. All right, guys. Well, as always, please subscribe, share us with your friends or whoever you feel inclined to share us with. Dakota's Instagram is at Dakota Etheridge. Mine is at kt.hen. And our joint Instagram account is at allegedly Katie Dakota. Have a nice one.